This episode of The Last of Us was odd. Had a lot of writing choices that aren't in the game, but I'm fine with them. I'm not the intended audience, though. The show is still overall great, and I still completely recommend it. It's just it took some turns in this episode that I really didn't expect, and kind of threw out one of their good characters without much use. Like, he just appears in this episode, that's it. The first 17 minutes of this episode, we're sitting with Joel and Ellie, and they're just looking around trying to get to Bill's house. The rest of the episode is Bill's entire life, pretty much. How he finds his boyfriend, how they get together, them kissing, them getting close to sex and then not doing the sex in the show, like it skips, and then it skips, and then their whole life and death thing, that, you know. So I wasn't the intended audience for that, because I'm not that into 40-year-old men making out on my screen. I don't find that very enticing ever. But, you know, they can do whatever they want to do. I'm not shaming them for it. I just don't find that it's not for me. It wasn't for me. I wanted to skip those parts, but, you know, I have to watch it. So I watched it. Then Joel and Tez come over to visit. This is before the events of the show, so she's still alive. Oh yeah, spoiler. In episode 2, she dies. They come over, they make a pact, clearly, and then they eventually leave. Joel says, you know, people are going to come hunting for you, da-da-da. Bill says he thinks he'll be fine, and that's where that leaves off until the next morning. So it's, you know, a next time skip, and Bill is being raided, but his house defenses are burning everyone alive, and that's really that was really cool. They didn't actually show it that much, though. They did steer away from the actual gruesomeness, which I'm okay with. It's okay. The show has a budget of $100 million. They should be able to, you know, actually show that, but I guess it might not be one of those type of shows, I guess. I'm confused as to what's going to happen in the storyline, because the next episode should be based on, you know, what everything's leading up to. It should be pretty gruesome. So I don't know. We'll have to see where that goes. Him and his boyfriend grow old. His boyfriend's got like a disease, so his boyfriend's gonna die. So he wants to have his last day. Like, he wants to go out on his own terms. So he gets Bill to do everything for him that entire day, pretty much. Just give him the best day of his life. They got married, and then, you know, Bill was meant to crush up some pills, put it in his drink, and then they were meant to go to sleep. And his boyfriend was never meant to wake up. But that's not what happened, because Bill put the pills in the wine bottle, so they both drank it, and then they both died asleep in each other's arms. So it was it's interesting how they just kind of introduced a character and then threw him out so quickly. I don't know. I feel like maybe they could have done it differently, but, you know, that's the story. It ends off with Ellie and Joel coming in, finding out they're dead, and taking the car and all the resources about the place, because now they're going to go off to find a old Firefly member to get them linked up with the actual Fireflies. So Ellie can, you know, get the lab experiments done on her. So yeah, it's interesting. It's an odd direction for the episode, but hey, it still works. Last of Us is still really good. Thank you to our members. I didn't mention them in the last video. My apologies. I forgot. It was like 2 a.m. when I made that video. My apologies. Here are the members on screen right now. For a measly 99 US cents donation, they get early videos, behind the scenes, bloopers, shoutouts, and exclusive videos. Goodbye.